Yes, yes, the Casanovians. Yes, 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 the Casanovians. Oh, you boys are well. I was just sunning my bollocks here in Bangkok, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna hop on a live stream. Provide you boys with a daily dose of optimism. So I've titled this one, I am a sad, lonely incel, and no woman will ever love me. So yeah, this one really goes out to the people who are castrating themselves of confidence at the moment, who just want to wallow in a deep pit of desperation and just complain, just complain online about the hashtag problems rather than actually taking initiative to do anything about it. So I'm going to pre-frame this discussion with, I'm not speaking to you as a fucking Chadosaurus Rex, someone who just popped out the womb being hashtag confident and having women fall into my lap. The person that I am today, I built myself from the ground up. If you go back to my earliest videos, you will see me living in a grotty apartment in central Leeds, looking like a turnip, dressing like a moron, unable to pull a muscle. Yeah, and that person, that version of me who I was 4 years ago, it would have been very easy of me to gravitate towards the self-deprecating forums of the internet and start ruminating in my own egoic self-absorption, which many of these so-called incel guys, that's what they do, right? Misery loves company. I think one of the worst things to happen to the internet is the black pill community, inceldom, where all of these losers, all of these excuse makers and action avoiders, they can all conglomerate and feel comfortable in each other's misery. So just understanding that all we are is repeated patterns of behavior that we've accepted over time as ourselves, and we solidify this identity with the language that we're using. So even saying something like, I'm an incel. No, there's no such thing as an incel, right? We are all self-made. The only people who want to admit that they're self-made are the people who are proud of their lives. You are not an incel. You are choosing to be one. Right? And that's going to trigger a lot of people. There's going to be people who consider themselves an incel because their ego is attached to this identity. Yeah, the role of the ego is self-preservation. The role of the ego is to be right. So if I come on a live stream looking like I look now, there's going to be guys who get upset about this. Like, oh, it's so easy for you to say. No, it's not easy for me to say. Like, you could do it as well. You could become the most fuckable version of yourself. You could be living an international lifestyle. You could be going on multiple dates a week with more high quality options than you know what to do with. But there's perceived effort involved. Yeah, it actually takes effort. It actually requires you to get your finger out your ass and put some fucking reps in. Yeah, now I put together free online course. Right? It's my exact blueprint for becoming the most fuckable version of myself. You can get that. The link is below. You can access that course, and then you can actually start implementing the practices that I give you. Give yourself 3 to 6 months. You're a completely new man. Now you've got more confidence. Now you've got more belief. Now you can actually go out into the world and feel as though, do you know what? I can actually achieve things. But for a lot of you people online, for a lot of you excuse makers and action avoiders and guys who enjoy wrapping the comfort blanket of inceldom around them. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to spend my time online. I'm going to create some weird YouTube profile with a random anime picture. And I'm just going to shit on people. You don't know what it's like to be someone like me. It's so easy for you all. It's blah, blah bullshit, right? There is no hiding from the truth, right? Evidence has got the loudest voice. And that's why I have created this catalog of content online, which not only documents my cold approach journey, it documents my life game journey, how I've gone from that unfuckable turnip, £24.82 of universal credit in my bank account, to now living this fully independent international lifestyle. Now, do looks matter? Yes, of course looks matter. I make a point in most pieces of content to explain to you boys, of course looks matter. But there's a big difference between looking good and being good looking. And it's within any man's power to build upon what he's been given and play his hand to the best of his ability, right? Looking good isn't open. Yeah, looking good will buy you 20 seconds of a woman's attention, but it doesn't sell the product entirely. What sells the product entirely is who you are rather than what you have. It's your character. It's that person inside of you building that bulletproof bravado, the dominance, the assertiveness, the leadership. All this is acquired through the library of life, and all of this requires you to actually go outside, actually find out who you are in the library of life, in the labyrinth of life. And this means giving yourself permission to suck, giving yourself permission to fuck up, giving yourself permission to lose. There's just far too much complaining online, and I don't have time for these people, the excuse makers, the action avoiders, the little crusty snowflakes who just want to cry into the heart-shaped pillow and complain the world isn't fair. Life works as long as you do, all right? So if you're actually serious about transforming yourself, then you need to understand that nobody is coming to save you. Like, nobody's coming to save you. And do you really want to be that guy who sleepwalks through his entire life categorizing himself as this sad, lonely incel, when realistically you can just pull your finger out your ass and make the decision every single day to become 1% better? And what I would say to people as well, if at the moment you are a sexless, sad, lonely little fucker, then it's because you're not valuable enough, right? I heard someone say a long time ago, you're not low confidence, you're low value, right? So if you don't have the dating life that you want, if you don't have the social life that you want, if you're not making the type of money, living the sort of lifestyle you want, then it's because you're not bringing enough value to the marketplace. People will only give a fuck about you if you give them a reason to give a fuck about you. That's one thing with the red pill community that I actually get behind, where they say, no woman is going to love you unconditionally like your mother. As men, we are loved for the value that we provide. And you can provide value in so many ways. One of the easiest ways to provide value to the marketplace is to solve people's problems. Everyone's got problems and everyone just wants to feel good. So one of the easiest ways to solve people's problems, which doesn't even require any money, is actually to go outside with the intention of making people feel good. Yeah, I've found for me in my life, whenever I've been a little bitch, whenever I'm ruminating in my own egoic self-absorption, whenever I get into those little bitch modes, like, the world's so difficult, I remind myself, Kristian, the world is bigger than us. God's plan is bigger than my own. So rather than being a little bitch, rather than complaining, let's go outside and let's just make other people feel good, right? That might be me going outside, complimenting strangers, asking people how their day's going. It might be speaking to the barista who's making my coffee and just giving her a little compliment, because a rising tide lifts all the boats. The more we give, the more we get. It just feels good, yeah? So go out with the mindset of seducing the world. Oh, but I can't do that because I'm an incel. Well, fine. Don't do it then. Don't do it. Continue to cry into your heart-shaped pillow, but no one's coming to save you. And I really do think that this is what it is. Like, there's no such thing as an incel because it's not involuntary. You are choosing. You are choosing to be a loser. You are choosing to remain static. You are choosing not to actually put the reps in to become the most fuckable version of you. Again, use me as an example. I could have easily become a member of the black pill community, the incel, the land of the incels. Like, I could have been that guy because, like, again, just look back at my early videos and you can actually see the transformations for yourself. And look, there will still be guys who will continue to throw reasons at me why they can't do it or why it was easy for me. I've always believed the aphorism, if you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. So I think becoming a source of pleasure, yeah? Becoming a source of pleasure, making people feel good, being the reason someone smiles, being the reason that someone has a better day, waking up every single day with the intention of not only improving yourself, but improving the world. One compliment, one approach, one conversation at a time. I do think that this is one of the greatest ways to overcome our own nonsense. Yeah, the mantra that I use is freedom from bullshit. I'm not a day gamer. I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a pickup artist. That terminology actually makes me feel ill. I'm a freedom from bullshit practitioner. Everything that I do is an extension of my freedom from bullshit personality. And that's the reason why I speak to you bluntly on these live streams. I tell you what you need to know rather than what you want to hear, because this is the advice that I wish had been available for me when I started. I'm somebody who responds well to this type of feedback. If someone says, Kristian, you're being a little bitch, you're being a little pussy, just get on with it, I respond well to that. A lot of guys can't take that type of feedback today because they're little snowflakes, but for me, that's the only way to actually get better. Having this no bullshit feedback is part of the reason why my clients are able to get life-changing results when they work with me, because I just tell them what they need to know rather than what they want to hear. And I think we need that. Yeah, you're You're not going to build an army of one. Yeah, if you are just on your own all the time, ruminating in your own egoic self-absorption, you've got no feedback, you've got no accountability, you've got no masculine support network of brothers who can push you, who can guide you, who can catapult you to becoming all you can be, then if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So look, I'm putting this out as just some no bullshit call to action. There's going to be plenty of people who cry, who complain in the comments, saying, "Oh, you don't know what it's like. You don't know my circumstances." Yeah, but no, dude, no one gives a fuck. Like, no one gives a fuck about your circumstances. No one gives a fuck about your childhood or how difficult you had it. There are so many things in my life that I could have used as a reason why I can't achieve things, but instead, I flip it on my head. I take my insecurities, I make them my greatest blessings. Nothing happens to me, everything happens for me. I grew up on a council estate in a single parent household. My mum was working multiple jobs just to be able to support us. I didn't have money. I didn't grow up into a wealthy family. I didn't have things, right? I didn't have things growing up. I was severely socially anxious. I used to break out into sweating fits at school whenever I got put on the spot to answer questions. I was just the unfuckable, unlovable, socially anxious turnip, yeah? So everything that I could have used as a reason not to do things, I just flipped it on its head. It's like, I'm gonna do it all despite it all. Everything that I could use as an excuse, I'm gonna use it as my reason why. I'm gonna use it as my fuel, my motivation. I'm gonna use this to give me my drive, my desire, and my determination. I'm not somebody. I was speaking to the Entourage about this in our recent group coaching call. By the way, if you want to join my private network, it's called the Entourage. There's a link below. You can get coached by me personally. It's a 5-day one-on-one in-person coaching experience in a European city of your choosing. That's an added bonus of being part of the network. But yeah, if you want to be going on multiple dates a week, if you want to explode your dating life, if you want to attract the women that you want rather than settling for the ones you think you can get, apply to work with me. It's the fastest way to get the dating life of your dreams. Link below, click it. All the information is on there. It's really expensive. If my prices make you upset and you want to cry like a little bitch, then you're not my person, right? I'm creating this content to attract my people and repel the rest. So yeah, link below, click it, Entourage, come join us, come travel the world with us. Life-changing shit. But I explained to the guys in the Entourage during the group coaching call, I'm not somebody who is motivated by the sunshine and rainbows, by the positive emotions of life. I'm someone who is motivated by the darker side of human emotions, right? Because that has always been my fuel. It's getting so pissed off with my situation that I want to change it. Yeah, getting so pissed off, almost feeling rage for the person who I was to become the person who I am. So I think get your motivation, get your fuel from anywhere. It doesn't have to be, your motivation doesn't need to come from a place of love. For me, it was the exact opposite. I'm getting motivated by the anxiety, by the depression, by the stress, by the just waking up every day when I was living in that grotty apartment in central Leeds, just being viciously pissed off with my situation. I do think that a lot of guys, they're just not pissed off enough about their current situation, and that's why they don't change it. It's like, if you were so pissed off about your situation that you had to change your life like your life depended on it, then you would, right? You would become that version of yourself who was going on multiple dates a week, who had the dating life of his dreams, who was living the international lifestyle. But I just think that for a lot of people, they just don't want it enough. It's easier to complain. It's easier to criticize other people online. It's easy to see a few of my videos and be like, oh, this guy's so full of himself. It's like, yeah, too fucking right, I'm full of myself. Like one of my all-time icons is Nietzsche. Nietzsche says something along the lines of, I can say more in one sentence than people say in an entire book. People would say, oh, Nietzsche's so arrogant. It's like, dude, Nietzsche earned his arrogance. Nietzsche was a fucking OG. I feel Nietzsche flowing through my body. So yeah, look, whenever you put yourself out there, whenever you put your head above the parapet, you're always going to have people who criticize you, little low-level people like, stay in your lane, you're so full of yourself, you're so arrogant. It's like, yeah, go fuck yourself, right? So hopefully when I speak onto these live streams, I am attracting my people and I am repelling the rest. I'm only making these live streams, maybe like 10, 20% of my audience, polarizing the world. It's like, I don't really think you can feel lukewarm about me. You're either going to fucking detest me or you're going to fucking love me. And it's the people who fucking love me who I'm making this content for. One point in time, you're going to work with me. You're going to meet me in person. You're going to travel the world with me. You're going to become a member of the Entourage. And you're going to have a one-on-one in-person coaching experience with me. So yeah, if you resonate with me, you like what I do, link below. Apply to join the Entourage. It's going to be an incredible year. We're still early in the year. If you've been watching these live streams since the start of the year, you're already in an amazing position to dominate the day, dominate the world, dominate your life. But yeah, if you're ready to explore your dating life and take your life to the next level, then link below, join the Entourage. You get personal access to me and also access to the rest of my global, like-minded community of radically ambitious Renaissance warriors. So yeah, I'll end it there. The whole like incel thing, we're all self-made, right? Where you are right now is exactly where you've decided to be. So the great thing about this is you can actually decide to change. Again, use me as an example. You can get my entire courses, all my courses, they are free. They will give you the entire playbook, how I went from who I was to who I'm at now. And if you don't want to do it, that's absolutely fine. Continue to fester online. And yeah, it's your life, innit? It's your life. Do what you want. This is just advice. I might know nothing. But yeah, listen, this has been a good live stream. My aura is high AF. I love you all very much. I'll speak with you again tomorrow. And yeah, leave your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. All right, bye.